Tell us about yourself in 2 sentences.
Yeah, so my name is Michal Vakrat Wolkin, and I'm managing director of Lear Innovation Ventures in Israel. Lear Innovation Venture is the really platform that is promoting innovation in product, processes, and business models for Lear. And Lear is a tier one supplier in automotive, one of the largest worldwide. I don't know if you're familiar with the automotive systems, automotive industry, sorry, but tier ones today are making the components for the car, and the car companies are really assembling those components. So Lear is very famous for its seating. We're making the seats for most of the cars you know today. We're also famous for the connectivity platforms. And today we're also the brain behind the car. So we're providing connected services such as coffee in the morning or pizza on the way back from work. So the car knows to identify you and give you the suggestion of what to buy and where to purchase it. And in an autonomous car, it will even take you to the retail location.
Could you tell us a hidden secret about the automotive industry that you learned since you started?
So I've been with the automotive industry for quite a long time. So since 10 years ago when I joined Better Place, so Lear is really my second or third company in automotive. I think it's a huge change. That this industry is really transforming. I think that today when you're looking at a car, you should really see it as a mobile phone on wheels. So it's no longer time to waste your time in traffic, but this is really the place to make things happen. Whether it's things you need to to buy, whether it's a movie you can watch, or whether it's some social discussion that you can have in the car on your phone with whoever you think is relevant, and nobody else in the car can hear you. So there's a lot of mobility, new business models, which are super exciting, and we're seeing a revolution that's just starting.
Amazing. Now you've spent many years in the U.S.
Right.
Would that be a journey that you would recommend to other?
Absolutely. And I do mentorship once a month for a young woman. And one of my suggestions is always go, spend a few years in the US. I personally studied abroad, so I did my PhD at the University of Rochester in optics and quantum physics. Sorry, and then I got my postdoc in the US as well in Xerox PARC in Silicon Valley. And I do think that, understanding other cultures, being able to implement both business and, technology in a different way, getting to know the corporate, because, if you study in the US, most chances is that you're going to stay and work. Really understanding how business in a huge scale work is a huge advantage when you come back to Israel. And also working in a startup, it's definitely the place to be. The market is a US, and things just, the network is very strong there. And a lot of my follow-on jobs were from the network I, created for myself during my years in the US.
How would you suggest people who are coming from abroad to understand better the US culture, especially in the corporate world, in the companies? How could it benefit for them for their rest of their career?
Right. So, sometimes as an Israeli, you feel that you know everything. And I think when you're part of a big corporate and that is not in Israel, you really understand that you're a small, piece in such a huge system. And in order to make an impact and really push things and make things happen, you need to have a path that makes sense, not just for you as an individual, but also for the corporate. And I think, really being part of those corporates is very helpful. For me specifically, I was part of Xerox. So I worked at Xerox PARC, which is the research center in Palo Alto. And that way I was really connected to research in a big corporate and understood how it's being initiated and how it's being commercialized. So how from small idea that becomes a technology, a demo, and then how it is being implemented in a large scale. So that was from technical perspective. And then later on, I was part of NASA's Night Rover Challenge, and also being part of this huge organization that developing technologies at a cutting edge with so much funding and opportunities to really go to space. It's different than what you can see in Israel. Now, I'm not saying that what's happening in Israel is not creating an impact, and Space IL is one of the best examples. How you can use small budget and really make it big. But really being part of those huge organizations, then going back to Israel and implementing that both at 3M and now at Lear was very, very helpful. for me.
How would you recommend Edge members to use their network in order to promote their career?
So I think that the Edge network is huge and it's fantastic, and there's so many people from so many areas in the Edge network. I strongly suggest to, first of all, really understand what you're looking for. So be ready, be prepared, and then allocate the person that could help you the most, whether it's an executive in a firm, and it could be a big corporate, whether it's an entrepreneur that sold a startup and can help you understand how to raise funding, or whether it's someone that can help you find your next job, which could be an HR, or could be someone from business with business or marketing background. So really find the person that you're looking to connect to and come with your story. So be prepared to tell him exactly what you're looking for and really what position in his organization, or if he knows people that you're interested in. Be very specific.
Amazing. Thank you very much for
You're
this
welcome.
conversation.